I recommend that within the store you click the go to the results category and just see what it is. But if you're just looking for a general, all-purpose, awesome starter pack that you can use long term, then this is exactly what I'd recommend. So the 3 herbal blends I really recommend you start with are Strength, Rejuvenate, and Serenity, right? Now there are many other blends and there are many other individual herbs, but these 3 I found to be the absolute best. So why is that? And actually, first of all, let me answer the question, why in our most simple starter pack am I putting blends rather than individual herbs, right? You may have heard about reishi and how awesome it is for you, or ginseng or goji or whatever, and you may be thinking, okay, well, why are you talking about blends? Well, the reason why blends are a great starting place is because the herbs work together synergistically towards a particular purpose, right? And they are greater than the sum of their parts. So in the case of strength, strength builds 2 particular energies. It builds qi, right? And it builds yang jing, right? And if you have no idea what those terms mean, I totally understand. I highly recommend you go to the Lionheart Herbs blog and check out the free treasures category where you'll get a description of that. And even better, make sure you sign up as a subscriber, and I'm going to send you an awesome collection of free trainings all about that, so you'll be an expert in that by the end of it. But for now, just suffice it to say that qi is your basic energy and it's what gives you an immediate boost. And yang jing is an immediate boost of your reserve energy, so your sexual energy, your mental energy, your endurance, your drive. And so the combination of the 2 is really awesome together, and it's also the reason why I would suggest strength to be an excellent blend to start your day with. So in terms of timing, again, it's really up to you, but the suggestion is to have it in the morning, right? First thing in the morning, or maybe after your first meal. That's quite often when I like to have it. So what's next? Next we have Rejuvenate, and Rejuvenate is by far my most popular blend. For literally years and years now, it's consistently been my #1 seller for one very simple reason. It's awesome and it works, right? And so Rejuvenate, as the name suggests, is all about replenishing you, right? Giving you a boost in endurance, helping you to overcome fatigue, whether that's mental fatigue, whether that's literally working too hard fatigue, whether that's even emotional fatigue, right? It's really good at that. It's also really good at more proactively keeping you feeling youthful, keeping you feeling happy and alive and radiant for longer, right? So it's also the premier longevity herbal blend. And what it basically does is build up a type of energy called yin jing, right? This also relates to our ability to recover, our ability to heal, our ability to replenish ourselves. So if you're pushing yourself very hard during the day, especially if you feel a lot of stress, if you feel a lot of overwhelm, that's a really awesome thing to have. And for that reason, I recommend having that at some point in the middle of the day, right? Could be early, could even be before lunch, could be later in the afternoon or even early evening. Could be right at the end of the day. So really that's one you can have at any time, but just because I find strength is quite stimulating, so we wouldn't probably want to have that at night. And Serenity is quite relaxing, so we probably wouldn't want to have that in the morning. So for that reason, I just think that Rejuvenate fits in perfectly at some point in the middle of the day, which then brings us to Serenity, which is building the treasure called Shen, right? And whereas Qi is our everyday energy, and the 2 types of Jing are our adaptive energy or reserve energy, Shen is what I call our harmonic energy, right? So this is great to get us to calm down, to wind down at the end of the day. If you have the kind of head that just keeps going and going and going, and you find it kind of hard to get it to relax and shut down, especially go to sleep, then Serenity is really great for that as well. It's really great for the heart, especially. A lot of the herbs in Serenity are for the heart. So it's good for, especially if you've been busy and you've been really up against it, it's very easy to get kind of tunnel vision, right? Just focus, focus, focus. And so the Serenity blend is very good for expanding your focus, right? And becoming more connected to the world around you. So it's to feel more relaxed and to feel more connected. And for that reason, I would say the best time to have it is PM, right? Some point in the evening. So that's a really simple formula. Have this in the morning, this during the day, and this in the evening. Now, how do you prepare it? Very simple. The easiest way is to prepare it as a tea. In fact, as you would do instant coffee. Even if you've not had that, I'm sure you're familiar how it works, right? Put a teaspoon of the instant powder in a cup, add some hot water, add some sweetener if you like. I quite like to use stevia, and drink it, right? That's all there is to it. Now you can do anything else with it. You can add it to smoothies, you can add it to juice, you can add it to cold water, you can add it to food. You can do whatever you like, but that kind of way of adding hot water and drinking it like a cup of tea is the traditional way, and I think one of the most effective. Another question I get asked quite often is, can I just mix them together if I'm in a rush or if I can't get around to having 3 different types in a day? And the answer to that is yes, but they'll be slightly less effective. Not a huge amount, but slightly less. All the herbs you see in each particular blend are kind of moved together for a particular purpose. They work on a particular organ system or a particular meridian. And so if you combine them, they'll still work, but they'll just be a little bit more spread out and therefore a little bit less effective, a little bit dissipated compared to if you do a focused burst 3 times throughout the day. So in terms of an ideal starting place, that would really be it. And if you'd like to order that, all you need to do is click the button underneath and add to cart, and I will send that right to you and you can get started.